We're about to get started on building our torture test apparatus, but before we do that I want to give you kind of a rundown of the equipment that I've assembled here for that build. I've got, of course, the two lures that we're going to be testing, and then I've got a 1,000 pound digital scale, and I've got some rings and adapters for connecting the lures to the scale. I'm going to need a couple of 2x4s tied together, and I'm going to use those as my anchor point for the bottom. And so I've got a through bolt and some washers, and then I've got some 840 pound braided cable to use and associated connections for that. Here's kind of the basic concept of what I'm thinking. I have access to an engine hoist, and I'm just going to do kind of a quick sketch here. Engine hoist with a hook, right? And then it's got kind of a platform with a jack, hydraulic pump, little handle. I can pump it up, and then it's got these two legs that come out. Like that, with a wheel and a wheel and a wheel. A wheel back in there. And so what I'm thinking is I'm going to build a 2x4 base that'll stretch under these legs, and it'll have an anchor point on it. And then what I can do is I can hook my cable at the top, and I can hook a cable at the bottom to the scale and then to the lure. And then as I jack it up, of course, it'll pull those apart, and I'll get a rating on there. That's the basic concept. Keep all of our screws well away from that area, because that's where our bolt's going to go through. So let's give it 3 inches on either side. Alright, so I made a boo-boo. I got a 4-inch bolt, and at the last minute I decided to add this plywood for strength on the bottom, which makes my bolt too short now. So I don't really want to run to the store, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of ream that out a little bit and make it a little bit bigger so my bolt will sit down in there a little bit. A little bit more flush. I'm going to take this over to the vise and crush that in my vise. So the first lure that I'm going to test is going to be set up exactly like it's fished. So I'm going to put a hook on the bottom, and it's a 5/0 hook, triple strength, and then the rings that I use are these Owner size number 9. It says it's rated for minimum 320 pounds, which I don't really understand that, and a maximum of 540. So I'd say it's rated for somewhere between 320 and 540 based on the packaging. First thing I'm going to do is put a hook on. Okay. All right. And then in order to get a cable through there, I think what I'm going to have to do actually is put one of these rings up here. Even though I wouldn't really fish it that way, I don't think I can get my cable. Let's see. Maybe. No. See, with the mouth the way it is, I can't get my cable through there. So let's put a ring on the front. There we go. That's where I want it, right there. As I was saying earlier, this is a 3/16 inch steel cable, braided steel cable, and it says it's rated for 840 pound working limit. So it probably will go a little bit higher than that. I don't think we'll need to go that high for this lure. It's nice to know you've got the capacity. All right, there we go. It's our first assembly. Now we'll set it up and test it. Alright, so what I'm struggling with here is I'm having a hard time connecting inside of that because it's recessed inside the mouth. And so I'm trying to get this cable through there, but I'm going to have to kind of widen around the mouth a little bit so that I can get in there. There we go. Got it. See, that wasn't so hard. Just looking at this data, you can see that these lures can hold quite a bit of weight. I could probably make them stronger, and I do have a couple of ideas on that, but I really don't think it's necessary. You're definitely going to pull a hook or break a line before these lures fail. And really that's what your drag system's for. Can you imagine trying to horse in 500 pounds? It'd pull you out of the boat. Still, it feels good to put a number on it, kind of a confidence builder for me. Hey guys, while I got you here, I wanted to give you a quick channel update. I've got some new equipment that I'm trying to get together for improving the quality of my videos. One of them is this nifty background that you've seen in this video. I've also got a new microphone and some better lighting. I noticed that in some of my videos that there's this annoying noise in the background, and that's because out here in the shop there's a water heater and it's got a recirculating pump in it, so I'm going to try and remember to unplug that when I'm shooting video so that it's not in the background anymore. I also got rid of a clock that I had in here that was making some noise. Hopefully these improvements are going to show through on my new videos. I appreciate you subscribing and watching, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks.